Well, please just end the league now. I mean, please end the league now. There is absolutely no better time to be an Arsenal fan than now. I mean, it's 11 wins in 13 games, one defeat, and of course, one draw. Um, I mean, that is almost a perfect score for a side whom, I mean, nobody believed that would be at this time at the top of the league. So it's been, I mean, a fantastic performance from the Arsenal side against this Chelsea side. I mean, first they said it was playing against the smaller teams until we came against Tottenham and Liverpool and now Chelsea. I mean, what else? What are you bringing to the table again? This is almost a perfect result for this Arsenal side that is said to be the youngest in the Premier League. Beyond just the result that we've seen today, we've seen the urge, the willingness of this side to actually pull out something fantastic at the end of the season. And maybe this is just, I mean, with today's result, this might just be a sign, or rather, the belief is beginning to grow up now that beyond just, looking at the top four, there is a possibility of also winning the league. Well, thank you very much for joining me today on the show. If you are visiting the station for the first time, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button and, of course, the notification button. So when we drop videos, you get to be notified of our videos. And don't forget to smash the like button there so we can grow up this station. So, I mean, to the game today, it was almost a perfect game for Arsenal. The first half was obviously a flawless one for these guys. To think that Arsenal's former player, Aubameyang, actually had just 4 touches in the first half, just showed you how much we have been able to grow this defense. Just somehow it was almost difficult to actually pick up the man of the match because it was a complete team play for these guys. From the goalkeeper, who probably didn't have much to do in the game, to the back four. I mean, it's still unbelievable that you have 21-year-old in William Saliba, who has actually been a revelation, and from the first match of the season up until this time. I mean, you don't get to see this kind of product every time of the season. So we couldn't just wait for him to sign up that extension and get that settled, because what we've seen so far from this lad has absolutely been fantastic. I mean, it couldn't be better. So, I mean, you also have, White, who has also shown why he should be included in the England squad to the World Cup. I mean, it's going to be a shocker if he doesn't make it to that team. Of course, to the midfield where you had Partey in control, over that midfield, and of course, alongside Xhaka. I mean, he's had his bad time at Arsenal, but we've seen the best of him. The fact that he's giving his all to play at this time and point just shows the belief that these guys are actually ready to, pull out something fantastic at the end of the season. It was, an unfortunate situation, an unfortunate one for Gabriel Jesus, who hasn't scored in about, I think, 8 matches now. But overall, he could also pass for man of the match with the kind of display we actually saw with him today. There were close chances also. I mean, boosting his morale in the team if he had picked up, actually scored that fantastic chance he had. But, I mean, what matters at the end of the day is the results. And we got about 3 points. 3 points summing up to 11 wins in 13 games. So, kudos to the team. And, we couldn't talk about the winning the run of this guy without talking about Arteta, who has actually shown why we should trust in him. As the season go by, he has actually brought in what he feels a team for the future. I mean, it's a young side, but we have seen the result these guys are actually bringing. So you have to give credit to the coach himself, Arteta. I don't think there's any. The results couldn't be better. I mean, looking at the position where they are right now, it was actually a close one for Manchester City yesterday. I mean, picking up that last minute goal against Fulham. But I mean, at the end of the day, Arsenal still top the league, and hopefully they top the league into the next year, which is, going into the next year topping the league will only send a clear message that these guys are actually ready to win the league. So tell me, put up in the comment section what you think. Is this a time for us to begin to think that there is just a possibility that Arsenal might just win the league? Is there a possibility that I don't think we should be talking about the top four. This is one time you want to brag about the team. I mean, you just enjoy this moment while it lasts. But I don't think we should be talking about the top four now. The league is still very much possible. But again, you don't want to rule out the fact that with the World Cup by the side, you don't want to rule out the fact that a couple of these guys that will go into the World Cup, will definitely at some point in time run into fatigue, and that is one thing you don't want to see in the second half of the season. So whether the coach, there will be funds to make new buys into the team is another question. But this is one thing that one stage that you cannot afford to start losing, games. So let's keep it flying. Hopefully, this might just be the season for Arsenal. We won the match, and we still top the table. Well, thank you very much for joining me once again. I'll see you some other time.